Hello everyone, and welcome to the first ever Anime Limited showcase. But what is a showcase, you ask? Is this where we get to see Jeremy Graves swallow fire? See Andrew Partridge tame a lion? Well, no, that's the Anime Limited circus. I'm still working on that concept. Our plan with these showcases is to give you a more insightful and honestly fun way of finding out what we have coming up in the near future. And the reason we're starting this here in November is that, and please don't be alarmed here, Christmas is coming. Long-term followers of Anime Limited will know that our 12 Days of Christmas sale is a major event in every anime fan's calendar. But if you're not familiar with the idea, let me explain. Every year, from the 1st to the 12th of December, we hold our annual 12 Days of Christmas sale. A near 2-week blowout with massive savings aplenty throughout our entire catalogue. For 2020, we'll once again be throwing items on sale like they're going out of fashion, from stocking fillers through to our range of Ultimate Edition products. We might even be throwing in some favourites from previous sales too. Oh, and let's not forget our traditional mystery boxes. More on that later. But wait, this year there's more. Every single day we'll be introducing one brand new product that you'll be able to purchase at an early bird price during the Christmas sale. That's 11 new products across 11 days. Now, I bet you want to know what those products are, right? Well, the Anime Limited team are all here and on hand to tell you what to look forward to this December. So let's get started. First up, we have a mainstay of the All the Anime Christmas sale, our unfailingly popular mystery boxes. For those of you unfamiliar with this part of the Christmas sale, the idea is simple. We take a selection of 5 of our collector's edition products worth several £100s, we put them in one box, and we sell them to you for just $44.99. That's right, you can bolster your anime collection with a wealth of new content for under 45 quid. This year, we'll be keeping things simple and offering just one variety of Blu-ray mystery box, limited to just 500 units, so make sure you don't miss out. And if you're still a DVD collector, don't worry, we'll have a box with a selection of standard edition DVDs available for you as well. However, we are changing things up a little bit for 2020, and rather than offering these mystery boxes at the end of the 12 Days of Christmas sale, they'll instead be up front and centre as our day one offer right out of the gate. No budgeting dilemmas, no hanging around until the end of the sale, you can just jump right in and pick up your box at the very start. Now, the only remaining question is to what will be inside the Blu-ray mystery box, and I'm thrilled to announce that this year's titles will be and what? You didn't think I was actually going to tell you? It wouldn't be a mystery then, would it?
Back in 2018, the 4th season of the popular franchise Full Metal Panic made its broadcast debut in Japan. Since then, admittedly, we at Anime Limited have been pretty quiet about our release of that series, but that changes today, as I'm delighted to tell you about our upcoming release of Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory as a Blu-ray Collector's Edition set. Fun fact, right? So, Invisible Victory being part of the title, the first 2 letters, I and V, actually are the number 4 in Roman numerals. Did you know that? Because it's, the 4th season of Full Metal Panic. Invisible Victory, 4, get it? Our Blu-ray Collector's Edition release of Invisible Victory will include the entire season over 2 Blu-ray discs with both English and original Japanese with English subtitles viewing options. There will be a 3rd disc, Blu-ray disc to be precise, that will contain additional extra materials for you to watch as well. If that wasn't enough, inside this package that will all come packed inside a rigid case, there will also be a 180-page art book. Yes, everyone, 180 pages showcasing character art, mecha, and much more relating to this series of Full Metal Panic. All of that comes packed together in one tremendous package for you, but we've got one more thing for you. And this is actually the reason, just to be straight up with you, why our release has taken quite a while. For context, in Japan, they like to record what we would refer to as radio plays, but perhaps more commonly known in Japan as audio dramas. This is where they gather the voice actors and perform a radio play, essentially, relating to a particular anime, and they are released in Japan. It is quite rare for these to be released overseas, especially here in the UK, but in the case of Full Metal Panic, there's actually a very important element to an audio drama that was created, known as Very Merry Christmas. Now, the reason this is important is because it actually adapts the novel that takes place after Full Metal Panic: The Second Raid, aka Season 3, that then leads into Season 4, Invisible Victory. So there is a gap in between these releases. And we really wanted to give you guys the definitive Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory package, so we have created a Blu-ray disc that will include those audio dramas along with visual material as well, so images and such, so you can literally watch the audio drama of Very Merry Christmas to take you straight into Invisible Victory. This has not been done with any other release of the series anywhere in the world in English-speaking territories, so suffice to say, exclusive to our release. We're pretty chuffed about that. So with that being said, everybody, enjoy our release of Full Metal Panic Invisible Victory, and, of course, it would be remiss if I didn't say, have a very Merry Christmas!
Well, it's not been the best of years, let's be honest, but we're hoping this next bit of news will help bring some joy into your year. It certainly brought some joy into ours. We're all massive fans here at Anime Limited of the late great Satoshi Kon, and we are incredibly proud to be able to bring one of his finest works back to the UK. I am talking, of course, about Millennium Actress, which for the first time ever will be available in 4K. Yep, you heard that right. Our collector's release is going to feature the film on 4K HDR as well as standard Blu-ray. It'll be contained in our usual beautiful collector's packaging, which will have some brand spanking new artwork on the front to feast your eyes upon. Will also contain a fantastic booklet, which will delve into the production of the film and its many influences. So, we hope that brings a little ray of sunshine into your day. It certainly has to ours, and we hope you enjoy watching this fantastic film again as much as we've enjoyed putting this package together for you.
Hi, I'm Carrie, VP of Marketing at Anime Limited, and I'm here to tell you about one of our brand new special releases for our Christmas sale this year. Some of you may be familiar with this title already. It is one of my personal favorites that we've released, and it's the special edition we're releasing of Kill la Kill. I was really excited to work on the series and the project when we released the collector's edition all those years ago, and it's kind of, like I said, one of my personal favorites, and a really, really, really fun show. So for this release, we're taking all our standard edition animes and we're putting it in a beautiful new box to house them all, so you get the complete series all in one, with a nice, beautiful, brand new box. It's a new design. If you've not seen the show before, it's really, really, really good fun. It hits all your studio trigger notes. It's absolutely bonkers, super fun, lots of action, and very interesting character development and growth in it, to be honest. I think you've got the main character, Ryoko, who joins this new school, and there's who we initially think is the main villain, Satsuki, who kind of rules the school, and they go against each other quite a bit. But when the real villain is identified or unveiled as the series goes on, they sort of join forces together to work to bring down the main villain. You also have the best friend, Ryoko's best friend, by force, Maki, who is brilliant, hilarious comic relief, and her insane-looking dog, Guts, who, again, is one of my favorites. You've also got a talking piece of clothing that has superpowers and a lot of sass and it's kind of really bossy. But yeah, anyway, super duper fun. Really great kind of action sequences. Really good soundtrack, and just generally a good time. I read a review basically that described it as magical girl anime on acid, and I would think that that was pretty accurate for the show. If you've not seen it yet, really, really consider picking up this release because it's a really nice release without going kind of collectors. And we're doing it Christmas this year, kind of as a special treat to everybody. If you want to get a little taste of the show, you can watch it right now on All 4. Watch a couple episodes and kind of get into it. But I genuinely recommend picking up this edition for your own homes because it is a really good, fun show that you will probably watch again and again because Studio Trigger. So, anyway, thanks for listening, and I hope you pick it up.
Also making a splash this Christmas is our collector's edition release of the mind-bendingly beautiful film Children of the Sea. Some of you might have been lucky enough to see this on the big screen at Scotland Loves Anime last year, while others may have caught it on Screen Anime a few months ago. But if you're new to the film, then, oh boy, are you in for an unusual treat. In all honesty, this film defies explanation, so just try and imagine Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey, but about the ocean. It's a stunning visual tour de force from Studio 4C that is a must-watch for animation junkies, and its story is based on an award-winning manga of the same name that will keep you laying awake at night pondering the beautiful complexities of our universe. With that in mind, it's no surprise that our collector's edition release of the film will give you plenty to think about too. On the disc you'll find a complete live-action pseudo-documentary named Chirep, while the booklet is packed with interviews featuring all of the cast and crew of the film as they dig deep into their experiences working on its production. All of this is in our usual rigid slipcase packaging. We guarantee you won't watch another film like this for quite some time, so don't miss it.
Moving on from the recent masterpiece, Children of the Sea, to the classic sci-fi series Planet S. We're bringing Planet S to Blu-ray for the first time in the Western world very soon, and I want to talk a little bit more about it now. Firstly, about Planet S itself. It's a fascinating show that balances the realities of a future involving humans in space, regularly beyond just the idea of the super rich for tourism purposes, with human drama looking at the people trying to reach their dreams and the cost to get there in one compelling package. It's from the director of Code Geass before he made that, and it's a really fascinating piece. The old sales pitch used to start off by describing it as about space garbage collectors, and then expand outwards describing more about it. But really it's a fascinating piece anyway from the context of space garbage now that, programs like people like Elon Musk are putting satellites into space, or outside of governmental purposes are launching more and more satellites, which is creating more and more garbage in space over time that either falls to Earth or poses a risk for ships taking off in the future. And that's the setting that Planet S is built around, is that there's a lot of waste in the atmosphere now that needs, or in orbit, that needs collection to stop shuttles traveling to the moon or beyond in getting into trouble. Now, personally, there's an interesting history for me with Planet S as well. I mean, I wasn't always the CEO of Anime Limited. Back in my early days in the industry as an intern at Bandai in the early 2000s, Planet S was one of the first titles I worked on. I actually got in trouble because of it too, as in the very first few days at my internship I was told to check for VHS tapes for the BBFC certification, which gives you an idea of roughly how long ago it was. And when I went to check the tapes, I fell so much in love with them that I ended up watching them all the way through instead of spot checking them as I was meant to. Fortunately, I was allowed that one mistake and allowed to continue on in my job, and ended up here. But part of what built up my passion for anime beyond beyond my early days watching it was Planet S. It showed me that there was so much more out there than just one type of content within anime for storytelling. And as a result, I recommend it still to this day. That's why I relicensed it again. Talking about the packaging itself, it's coming in collector's edition packaging with a booklet as well, including an in-depth essay from Andrew Osmond about the world of Planet S, with some really fascinating stuff in it. The on-disc extras are really, really bountiful as well in this case, and we've got not only the original extras we had in the original Beast release, but we also have extras including my favourite one from the Japanese Blu-ray release, which is the voice actor of Hachimaki goes to the Japanese Space Agency for a tour. And that's interesting as well because the Japanese Space Agency was also a technical consultant on the show. So, like, a lot of the stuff you see in the show is scientifically checked for accuracy by the Japanese Space Agency, which is really interesting as a piece. It's well worth watching. This will be your first chance to pre-order the title will be during our 12 Days of Christmas sale on alltheanime.com. I'm extremely excited to show people what it looks like as well. And like, if you want something a little different, please do check it out during the sale. Like, I really don't think you'll regret it.
Okay, Gun Gale Online. First things first that I would like to get out the way about this product is I heard a little rumour that there are people out there that do not like the fact that Kirito is in Sword Art Online, which is absolutely fine. I personally don't mind him. This is just something I heard from a certain person called Andy Hanley. I want to just let you know now that Gun Gale Online does not have any Kirito in it whatsoever. And if that doesn't sway you, I can also call up Andy now and get him to confirm for me. I'm sure he won't mind. He'll pick up. He'll pick up, it's fine.
Hello, who is this?
It's Kat! Hey, it's me! It's Kat! Hello.
Hi. How did you get my number?
I have an important question for you, and I'm sure a lot of people that are watching this video want to hear the answer to as well. For Gun Gale Online, I just want to double check that Kirito is definitely not in this series, right?
I don't know why you're asking me this at 4 AM, but no, Kirito is definitely not in Gun Gale.
Okay, that's all I want to know. Bye, 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 bye. Sword Art Online alternative Gun Gale Online, also known as just Gun Gale Online, comes from the creator of Kino's Journey and is a spin-off of the Sword Art Online franchise. If you're unsure about the basic premise for Sword Art Online, basically thousands of players are trapped in an online game as well as in real life in their VR headsets. Kirito and Asuna, the main protagonists, are able to free everyone from the game as well as in real life after defeating it. In turn, the servers are shut down. However, the base code of the game is able to be replicated. People are able to recreate their own virtual online games. So that's how we end up with Gun Gale Online, a post-apocalyptic wasteland world where everyone fights each other using firearms. This season follows the adventures of Karen Kihiri Maki, playing as the chibi-like avatar Len. Overjoyed with the fact she finally has an avatar that's shorter than her in real life, Len ends up dyeing all of her gear pink, as well as her weaponry, to make it more cute. This proves to be a great advantage to her, as she's able to hide in the desert-like environment with ease and surprise attack her opponents. Because of this, she ends up with the nickname the Pink Devil. This version of the home release will be the complete season on Blu-ray and will come in 2 Amaray cases packaged in a rigid slipcase. Nothing more simple than that, and it's a definite must-have for any Sword Art Online fan that wishes to expand their collection. So if you're a fan of gun-toting chibi girls, and a fan of Sword Art Online, particularly the Gun Gale arc from Season 2, then definitely check this title out. And as I said before, there's no Kirito in this one.
Back in 2014, the first season of what at this point is actually a long-running franchise, simply known as the letter K, was released in the United Kingdom. But following that release, the title went out of print. It became very difficult to get hold of, or to even see for that matter. Made even more perhaps slightly confusing and awkward when We at Anime Limited then licensed and released the follow-up film and series accordingly, all making it a little bit more difficult to actually get into the K franchise. But We at Anime Limited are here to change that, everybody, as we are delighted to be bringing the first season of K back to the United Kingdom in the form of a Blu-ray Collector's Edition set. In K Season 1, you follow a teenager by the name of Shiro. He just wants to go to school, but he ends up getting dragged into the wrong crowd, seemingly, because he is accused of murdering a member of one of the gangs in the city. Now, in the city where K is set, these gangs aren't just, say, like your normal run-of-the-mill gang you might find on a street corner. No. They've got, like, ridiculous abilities and stuff. So Shiro's, like, trying to clear his name and is trying to do this without getting killed, while at the same time being aided by someone who's actually trying to kill him, but is actually more interested to see if he can clear his name. It has got to be said that K brings you one of the most visually unique and realised worlds in any anime. That is me speaking from the heart there. It is fantastic to look at, it has got some excellent fights in there, and all the different cast of characters make this for a really, really enjoyable viewing experience. Of course, then complemented later by our already available releases of K Missing Kings and K Return of Kings, both available now on Blu-ray and DVD from Anime Limited. Our Collector's Edition Blu-ray release will include the entire first season of K with both English and original Japanese with English subtitles viewing options. It will come packed in a lovely rigid case, and the discs will be installed inside a fold-out digipack to keep in theme with our releases of Missing Kings and Return of Kings as previously mentioned. In addition to that, there will also be a 32-page booklet included as well. So what are you waiting for? Add the first season of K finally to your collection today.
Hello everyone, I'm introducing to you today Erased. If you love time traveling, solving mysteries, trying to catch a serial killer, change your past and possibly your future, messing up a lot in the process, this is the show you are looking for. No, you can't learn how to go back in time and fix 2020. That is still going to be a bad year, I'm afraid. But seriously, I love this show, all the suspense that comes with it. And every time you think the situation is coming to a solution, everything takes an unpredictable turn. You will hang in there every episode wondering what will happen to the characters and their storyline. For this Christmas, you can get from us the full series in one box for the first time and an in-edit artwork on the slipcase. Don't miss it, you will definitely enjoy it.
We've all had a wonderful summer. Wait, who wrote this? Cut. We've all had a terrible summer, and the reason for that is very obvious to us all. We haven't had a weird tiny Kappa child to hang out with. Well, now we can enjoy a vicarious summer of fun courtesy of Summer Days with Ku, a film from Miss Hokusai and Birthday Wonderland director Keiichi Hara that we're bringing to the UK to inject a little sunshine into these cold winter months. This charming and surprisingly thought-provoking family film is getting a collector's edition Blu-ray release, and if you're a fan of the director's other works, you won't want to miss this release, not least for the included booklet, which offers a whole wealth of insight into his work on the film. It's a really great addition to our releases of works by Keiichi Hara, and it's a bit of a hidden gem of a movie to boot if we're quite honest, so be sure to pick up a copy and give it a try.
So I finally got around to watching ReZero since I'm super late to the party and everyone else has already seen it. Isekai isn't usually my jam personally, but so far I've really been enjoying it, which I suppose isn't all that surprising considering it's a massively popular TV show. We're releasing a complete collection Blu-ray as part of our 12 Days of Christmas, which comes with a rigid slipcase and a 24-page art book. So whether you're like me and maybe you haven't seen the show yet, or maybe you fancy updating your collection, or maybe even if you have a bit of FOMO over missing out on the box last time we released the collector's edition, then why not make up for it and treat yourself this Christmas? Give yourself something to look forward to.
Do you remember the good old days of anime? You know the ones I'm on about. Where everything seemed to be a dystopian sci-fi future with a rock soundtrack and an excessively sweary dub. Well, Anime Limited remembers, and we're here to bring those days back. Finally, the release with Cyber in the title you've actually been waiting for, Cyber City OEDO 808. This is the title they said your grandmother would hate, and they were right. She can't handle this. This is the good stuff. That's right, I just insulted your gran, and I don't even care, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the Anime Limited Collector's Edition of this is going to be amazing. For the first time ever, in the world, Cyber City OEDO is going to be available on Blu-ray. All 3 OVAs remastered by a dedicated team of tech goblins, cyber tech goblins. Also includes all of the previous extras from earlier releases, including Japanese commentary tracks, and a remastered version of the English trailer. You're in for a treat there. Also includes the famously profane manga entertainment dub, as well as the rock soundtrack by Rory McFarlane. And on the subject of that soundtrack, it will be included on CD in this release, so, you know, big bonus there. Also includes a fantastic booklet which contains a whole slew of interviews with key players from the original release, dealing with the history and how it all came out and came about. So, you're in for a treat.
Nobody told me we're allowed to swear on this, but how was that for a parting shot? Now, I'm sure a lot of you will have questions after all this, so if you do, you can drop us a message on Twitter using the hashtag #AnimeShowcase, and we'll do our best to answer you. But before we go, we do have two important points to note that I'm sure are swirling around in some of your heads already. Firstly, we know that previous years haven't been ideal when it comes to shipping and delivery times during our busy sale period. Of course, in the current climate, it's hard to make any guarantees, but rest assured we do have a brand new, heavily automated order processing solution in place with a new fulfillment partner who are set up and prepared for the volume of orders that we're expecting during the sale. So, in other words, we're doing everything we possibly can to get your orders to you as fast as possible during our 12 Days of Christmas promotion. Secondly, I'm sure you want to know exactly when all of the products we've just shown you will be completed and ready to ship. So we're currently working on getting as many of these titles into production as we possibly can, but as I'm sure you can imagine, this is a busy time of year and we can't currently be certain how many will be ready before Christmas. However, if you tune into our panels right here on YouTube during our Cloud Matsuri event later this month, on November the 21st and the 22nd, we'll be able to give you the full rundown of what will be shipping when. So, with that all said and done, all that is left is for us to say thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you all during the 12 Days of Christmas. Bye everyone.
Hello, my name is Mabel, and welcome to my crib. Today you can see me sitting in my box by the fire, and I'm here to tell you about an upcoming release from Anime Limited for the 12 Days of Christmas for Kill la Kill. It's a standard edition we've put into a nice, beautiful, rigid box, kind of like the one I'm sitting in. Oops, yeah, and let me walk and talk like I'm in a Sorkin film to tell you why you should buy Kill la Kill. See guys, this is why I cannot film my cat at all.